Gingerman Raceway, side by side, down towards turn 1, 3 abreast. Chris DeLucia on the inside.
Behind him, you have no time to react to that. Here we go, another car, unfortunate. There's just nothing they can do about it.
Turn 2, and then this battle, a little bit of a miscoordination. I don't know if there was not enough room on the racetrack there or not, but...
We're at GridLife Midwest Fest with my buddy Seamus from TCS. He's going to be doing some drifting. I'm going to be doing some grip driving. Guys are doing practice right now. Dyno's right over there. And yeah, I do some practice. We got a couple of practice sessions today. And then tomorrow we got another practice in the morning. And then qualifying, and then the first race is going to be Friday afternoon. We got 2 races on Saturday, 1 race Sunday afternoon. So, never been to this track. Gotta figure the track out. Hoping I can follow a couple people and try to learn it quick. But yeah, everyone says it's a fun track. Looking forward to getting out there and see how it goes.
10 minutes. Then up next will be a time attack.
Well,
Track battle open practice session.
this is how the first lap went. Throw that guy right off.
The first come, first serve session will get the field at about 20 cars.
I wasn't really able to
Will last for about 15 minutes.
I was able to do 1 lap before I broke the shifter, so I'm gonna hope next practice lap I can figure this track out.
Another reminder for everybody else.
I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but
all
figure it out.
drivers must move.
Alright, we just got the shifter fixed. A little different version, got a little button for reverse lockout. I'm actually on the dyno right now. They are just hooking it up right now. I'm going to do a couple pulls, see what it makes. I'm hoping it makes 330 or more, so we'll see. Alright, well, I just got off the dyno and it made 309, which is crazy. It made 331 when I had it tuned not too long ago, like a month ago. And just to see what it do, I have a tune for about 310 wheel. I put that in there and it made 299. So it's 10 horsepower off what the lower tune that I have is, and it's like 23, 22 horsepower off of what the big tune is. So that's what it is. While I was at the driver's meeting, Seamus was nice enough to disconnect the rear bar. Hoping it helps on with some little bit more rear grip. Again, I'm always just, I mean, I think it might just be my driving style, but I do have a lot of issues with drifting. So I'm going to see if the rear end feels a little more hooked up. Hopefully it does, so we can get a decent time for the next session qualifying. So, see how it goes.
Yeah, he's coming around at turn 7 into turn 8 and 9. Locks up. Oh, that's more than a lockup. Looks like he might have just had...
Oh, and Houghton's off in the background, so there might be some fluid over there.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some fluid down. Looks like Alan got through. No, Alan spun as well.
Yes, there's definitely
fluid down. It looks like he just might have had a mechanical issue. Here comes Hartman.
Off too.
Oh, that was close. Behind him, you have no time to react to that. Here we go, another car. Unfortunate. There's just nothing they can do about that. If they don't know that there's fluid out there.
Yeah, I was wondering, do they have a slippery surface flag? Because that would give
they
an
absolutely
indication.
should be indicating that.
What you gotta talk to me about?
Well, qualifying didn't go as planned. Black Corvette blew up, put oil all over turn, I don't know, 9, 10, long left-hander there. Hit the oil slick, it was like ice. I mean, I was going pretty slow. It still went flying off the track, broke the splitter. Got 1 lap, qualified, gonna have a bad time. Just is what it is.
West Festival brings out GridLife GT, and we're underway at Gingerman Raceway, side by side, down towards turn 1, 3 abreast. Crystal Lucia on the inside of Tony. Orbital, Tony Barber, and Crystal Lucia. This is for 5th place at the moment, heading up towards 11. Little puff of smoke out the tailpipe of the 77.
Yeah, he caught a little bit of grass on the inside, setting up, or on the outside, setting up for.
With that tire drop at the exit of turn 3, the drive wheels momentarily suspended over the edge of the curbing.
Yeah, now we're in this fight for 5th position. Hans Horpedal, Tony Barber, and Crystal Lucia, all fighting for that 4th spot here. Yeah, this is going to be a really fun battle to watch. They're all nose to tail through 7, 8, 9. Pretty similar, I would say, downforce levels. So it's all about the driver here.
Yeah, Jordan Wisely, I don't know that he completed the first lap. But
it looks like he pulled in, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's been fighting that car a little bit this weekend. Such a unique, cool car to have in this championship. Hope he gets it sorted. Barber and DeLucia up the back straightaway now, just about a car length between them. And the E36 closing in. This has just been a really fun fight so far to watch between these two cars, the 333 and the 40.
Oh, Tony gets a little bit sideways heading into 7 under the on the brakes. Oh, excuse me, 3. So and now he's going wide. He's kind of letting Crystal Lucia catch up to his rear bumper. There's not really a passing zone. He's going to back out and try and set him up here. Hopefully stay on his tail into 11.
Yeah, right on his heels at the moment as they work through 5 and 6. Big slide for the 40 of DeLucia out of turn 6, pushing the limits there of grip, chasing Tony Barber, who's got a ton of wheel-to-wheel racing experience in not only IBOC GLTC, but also in some endurance racing. So he's no stranger to all sorts of different cars and racing scenarios, but at the moment, more in the mirror than the windshield.
Yeah, and now they're losing touch a little bit with Hans and David up front because Tony's trying to defend against David. So we'll see whether David can complete a pass. Oh, he gets really close up to his bumper. Looks like they might have made a little bit of contact there in the braking zone of 10B. And now David's got the...
Here before the end of this race.
Yeah, and Hans Horpedal is chasing down AJ Hartman right now, so clearly as Hans gets more comfortable with his car, he's kind of starting to match the pace that...
track tire where they're designed to race. So that's something that they'll have to learn as well as DeLucia chases down Calzada here through turn 9.
Yeah, he's catching him into 9, trying to make it into 10. We'll see if he can establish some overlap into 11. But yeah, these cars, these GT4 TCR cars, are used to tires that they take a while to heat up. The outlap on those tires in their professional series are actually very sketchy laps. I think, to try and get it. Oh, looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication there between Calzada and DeLucia.
I don't know that there was contact, but it seemed like someone... seems to help the top end of it. So good battle still to come. Here's Tony Barber and then DeLucia, who's just fresh off that off at turn 11. He's right back into the mix again.
Yeah, and he's trying to establish overlap there into turn 7. He does. Tony just leaves the door wide open for him, wants to maintain. Oh, he crowds him a little bit onto the grass, and now they're going side by side. Looks like side by side into...
that's really tight into 5.
Yeah, 4-5.
Barber pulls through and ahead. DeLucia's going to have to cross over, cross under. But these two were on fairly equal footing earlier in this race before DeLucia pulled up the road a little bit with Calzada. But he's going to drive around him up to turn 7 and try to go the long way around. If he can hold this here, I like the outside of 7, but he can't. Barber's through.
Yeah, just that I was talking about not being able to pass in turn 5. Calzada tries to get it done, or Tony got it done there. But now it looks like Calzada has more, DeLucia has more drive out of the corners than Tony does. Alan Patton, as DeLucia is crowding Tony Barber as they go up through 10B down. Back straight into 11. Meanwhile, AJ Harmon has maintained his gap to Hans Orbital.
By the way, it's not last lap. There was no white flag just yet. Or was there? There is a white flag. My mistake. It is the final lap as DeLucia and Tony Barber are still going at it.
Yeah, that's a really close battle there. Really, they're both kind of crowding each other. Oh, DeLucia looks really loose under braking when Tony really catches him up there, but it seems like DeLucia has more drive out of the corners to kind of leaves Tony behind as he exits the corner.
Yep. I'm looking at the wrong...
very, very slippery. The car without the splitter was definitely pushing a little bit, but it was also sliding. It was just, everyone was saying that the track got way worse, and everyone was a couple of seconds down. So I just went to the hardware store. I'm going to cut myself out another splitter, and then I think Eric Magnuson said that he had a set of softer springs that hopefully I can try in the rear of the car. Like I said, it's got 950s. I'm going to try throwing some 800s in it and hopefully help with some rear grip. So, all right, I'm going to get to work, get the splitter on the car, and hopefully be ready for tomorrow.
Oh, that was a flash. All right, let's go.
All right, it's Saturday. Race 2 is at 10:30, about a half an hour from now. Last night, me and Seamus built another splitter. Cut it out of some new birch. I think it actually looks better and it's straighter than the one that was on the car. Threw a bunch of tape on there to cover it up. There's actually no support. I lost this piece of support of fiberglass there. There's actually nothing here. It's just tape. So I'm really hoping it holds up for the race. And then also, I got some softer springs. Eric Magnuson was nice enough to give me some 750s. I was running 950s, and like I was saying, the car's drifting a lot, so we're going to try 750s in the rear. Hopefully the car hooks up a little better. And yeah, see how race 2 goes.
And putting on a show.
Starting on the front row, it'll be James Houghton alongside Alan Patton. AJ Hartman and Hans Horpedal will start in row number 2, followed by David Calzada and Chris DeLucia, who had a great battle yesterday in turn number 11. Tony Barber and Jeremy Boysen start 7th and 8th, and starting in 9th place, it'll be Jordan Wisely, the number 7, Hyundai Veloster N. And more fun in some ways. Small field, but the battles were thrilling yesterday in the first race of the series. It was James Houghton that got it done. Number 2 at GridLife Midwest, green flag, and we're underway at Gingerman Raceway towards turn 1, side by side. Alan Patton's going to pull ahead. Can he clear James Houghton? He does through the first corner.
Yeah, James must have broke real early, and Alan got the best of him through 1. I think James switched up James chose the outside for the starting.
Similar to what we've seen in iBot GLTC, but there's a little more aero here for some of the faster turns.
Yeah, you can see that's exemplified by AJ Hartman's car, which has all of the aero that's allowed for the class. He probably makes the most downforce, and Hans is kind of leaving him behind a little bit. He's going to try and catch that the top 2 of James Houghton and Alan Patton as DeLucia looking like he's going to try and make a move on AJ Hartman himself heading into turn 3.
Yeah, Hartman.
himself up just a little bit too much and put a lot of distance between him and AJ. He's going to get another shot at it. We saw in the first race how aggressive DeLucia can be, so we'll keep an eye on this battle as well as Hartman goes through. They all go through turn 6. Khan's getting real slidey on the exit of 6. He looks like he's lost a little bit of drive out of
Jordan Wisely, David Calzada right behind as well. So unfortunately the podium car, Hans Horpedal, with issues at turn 7, and we focus in again on the battle that is now for the podium spot between this 24 and this 40 car.
Yeah, meanwhile, Allen has really left Houghton behind. This is the biggest gap we've seen from them. Race 1, they were much closer together, and now we've got this battle between DeLucia and Hartman for 3rd.
This has been such a fun fight, too. Such different cars here as the front runners. 2 seconds between Patton and Houghton. They are lights out in their own zip code at the moment. But the battle's everywhere. Hyundai Veloster, and what a cool car that is, by the way. I believe that is a Gen Racer build car, those Hyundai Velosters. Yep. You don't really see those around a lot, but just a neat entry in this GridLife GT class.
And then we've got Hartman and DeLucia battling for that last podium spot. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Hartman has that advantage in the turns, but DeLucia is going to be faster in the straights just because he's running less aerodynamic aids, which produce less drag. So it's going to be really interesting to watch this dynamic play out here as they come in through 7, 8, and 9.
I have to say, if we're going to be down a couple of cars from what we anticipated, at least they're putting on a show, aren't they? And just showing the strength of the category in different areas on the racetrack. A couple little groups of cars throughout the 2.2-mile Gingerman Raceway. Alan Patton and Houghton still separated by about 2 to 3 seconds, but P3 still in contention here between AJ Hartman in the Mustang and Chris DeLucia in the number 40 BMW.
Yeah, you can see how much better Hartman is doing through the turns. He's got a lot more stability there. It's interesting to see the gap open up between Allen and James Houghton. I wonder if Houghton's having an issue with his car, or if Patton just found some new trick, or he finally figured out how to drive. Still keeping an eye on AJ Hartman ahead of Chris DeLucia. He's opened up a little bit more of a gap as they're heading through turn 11 now. Hopefully this battle kind of gets a little bit closer as grasp on 5th place.
Yeah, AJ Hartman still holding on to 3rd, but DeLucia trying to find a way around him to figure out how to pick the pocket of this new Edge Mustang with the hands of Laura Hayes behind the wheel.
Yes,
that car's been around for a while. It's an older Toyota GR Super GT4, but still obviously very capable.
Yeah, it's an older homologation. I think they're now on the 2024, 2025 Evo
I think
version.
It's Evo 2.
Yeah, Evo 2.
Yeah.
That's kind of how FIA homologations work. From my experience, you kind of start with one car, and then the same car can be homologated for some minor changes. It becomes an Evo, and then some cars, R8 very famously, probably went through 3 or 4 Evos. So yeah, it's the way that the FIA homologates, and then kind of unique build AJ Hartman's car. It's a new Edge Mustang with a more recent EcoBoost engine swap, and then an S550 Mustang rear end. So it's independent rear end stock. The new Edge Mustangs were solid axle rear ends.
Coming out of turn 11 here for this battle for 3rd place. By the way, Houghton has sort of stopped the bleeding, 3.5 seconds back from Alan Patton. He's no longer losing time. I just don't know if he has enough time to eat all that gap back up to Alan Patton. We'll see. find a place to throw a cannonball at the city walls here at the tail end of this race. Where can you find an advantage on that Mustang? Big slide for DeLucia, and the advantage is not going to come in the acceleration zone out at 10B. He tried it, booted the pedal to the floor, and it just didn't stick.
Yeah, and DeLucia was very aggressive yesterday in race 1, so he's definitely looking to make it a fight, but AJ's doing a really great job of just driving nice and calmly. DeLucia again gets real sideways on the exit of 11. His tires must be very overheated, and he's not. He has to manage that a little bit better and try to get them to cool down so he can put power down a little bit better.
Yeah, expecting that. I'm just based on the time, expecting a white flag potentially next lap around. 3.5 seconds is the gap still between Patton and Houghton. It is stabilized, but
he
it
just needs to keep it clean.
In a brand new category for 2025, you're going to set the tone for the series for the year. And James Houghton won the first race, but Alan Patton, while he has won a lot of things in our track battle competitions, he's never won a wheel-to-wheel race in grid life. And this could be his day. Corner for AJ Hartman and DeLucia. DeLucia used up all his brakes. Big lateral slide out of the corner, and AJ Hartman will climb up onto the podium today in race number 2. DeLucia, hard-earned 4th in the number 40.
Yeah.
All right, back from race 2. Things went pretty well. I started P6, was able to get up into P4, had a long battle pretty much the whole race with that black Mustang there. It was fun. Car definitely feels a little more planted with the softer springs. I notice I'm picking up a little bit of a push, but that's okay. I'll take it. I might add a little bit more wing. I can go up one more and kind of angle the wing down. This isn't a super fast track, so I feel like I'd rather take the grip than maybe lose a mile an hour or two on the straightaways, and also hopefully be able to carry more speed through the turn. So I think I'm going to angle this wing a little bit more and then give that a shot for race 3.